Yeah, good day too. Great weather again. Thank the good Lord for that. Thought we handled it a little better today. Thought acclimation. I guess that's the key word. We were more acclimated today, and I thought our leaders shone through a little more. Got some good kickoff cover work, good punt work again, and continue to install our schemes. It's day 2 of installation, but we've installed through spring and through summer. That's the advantage of having so many players here in spring. Is it's our 3rd time to go through this with pretty much everybody that's going to play for us for the most part, and so that's a huge advantage, I think, for our program. And excited to get pads on tomorrow. So with that, I'll open it up.
Coach, coming out of spring, maybe there were still some questions to answer at the receiver position. You've added some more bodies. Just the first 2 days, Simmons just kind of flashed.
Man, I think
kind
so.
of speak to that.
Yeah, and Glenn, how I am. I don't want to put too much into football without pads on, but Larry sure has flashed the last 2 days. And again, he was here for 15 practices of spring ball. He was here all summer. He's back healthy again from his injury that he had at Ole Miss. So you can just see confidence in the system, but also confidence in his body. And I agree with you. I think he's looked really good the last 2 days. He's looked like that dynamic player that was on the coast at Moss Point that everybody in the country wanted. And he's a good kid. He's got a young son. Shine is his son's name, and he's a good father too. And I'm just proud of how he's growing.
Is the tight end position, just kind of, do you think adding a new element to that this season, do you think that can kind of just change the offense a little bit? Or
really excited about what we've recruited there. Justin Reed was an elite recruit last year. Reed Jeselowski was an elite recruit this year, and then you add an SEC transfer in Kyron Heath, and one of the 2 or 3 most highly recruited junior college tight ends in America, and Teron Bedford. So, we've all of a sudden got a lot more depth there and more ability probably. When you think about, those guys had a lot of options, and we were able to beat people in recruiting. So excited about that. Coach Long's always done a good job everywhere he's been. I think we counted up at one point. I can't even remember how many tight ends he's had play in the NFL and how many are starting right now, but it's an astronomical number.
Is the way that they're being utilized in this offensive system a little bit different than in the past that you've done?
I don't know necessarily that. Chip and I are very similar. It's just, man, Chip wakes up every day with one thing on his mind, scoring 50 points. And so he's putting everything he can into that, and I'm excited to watch Chip utilize them, utilize all our guys, and there's some good players right there.
Coach, you feel like there's maybe a different sense of closeness with this year's team in particular?
Yeah, a whole nother level of accountability. Some of that's circumstantial, some of it's by design. The circumstantial part of it is, as you know, I'm not going to get into all of it, but when we got here, we couldn't really manage a roster the way you would like to because we were under APR, and we had to build a program back from an academic infrastructure and APR. So we couldn't run a kid off if we didn't want to do it the Southern Miss way. We had to get him through. Well, now that we're past that, we've built that, we've done that. So now, if somebody doesn't want to do it our way, hey man, it's America. You go right up them steps and get in the portal and go do it somewhere else, And so the level of accountability in our program is extremely higher, which is refreshing to me. It's the way I've always ran programs before here, and then our kids. They've been here with us for so long now. They can hold to the standard, and so that's been fun to watch grow too, and very blessed to have been a part of it and watch it grow.
Off that question, saw it this summer, see it every day out here, sense a little bit more. It's an older group in some senses, a little more serious group, I think, not as much joking around and, just very business-like approach. And, last year there were some issues with having some, leadership from your players. You guys as coaches kind of had to step up. Is that dynamic kind of changed a little bit?
I think so, Glenn. I think, again, it's a product of 3 years worth of recruiting our type of people. Everybody here, we recruited to be here. They chose to stay. And so it's a bunch of people that believe in the way things are being done and also know what the expectations are and the standards are. So I agree with you. I think you can feel it, you can sense it, and it's a group that's extremely driven. It's a group that loves football because that's what we recruit. And again, blessed to be a part of it with these players. These players are special. They know what we got, even though nobody else does. And I thank the good Lord every day I get to coach them. Am I good?
Thank you, Coach.
Go ahead.
One more question.
Yeah.
Go ahead. It's early, no pads, but just kind of give me your thoughts, walking off the field. Last 2 days, you guys, quarterbacks throwing the ball and making decisions.
really, really good decision making for the most part. You know, you can see it. They know what we're doing. They're just good players. We did put a few balls in jeopardy today, but you know our defense is really good at playing things too because our kids know what we're doing on defense. So there's good back and forth. But I'm excited about our quarterbacks. I think they can play. I think they know what we're doing, and I think they're talented.